Hey gang, welcome back to this week's version of What's Hot and What's Not. This week the rivers are still in the biggest thing to talk about. Sacramento River is still up, it's still muddy. Last word I got, parking lot was still full down at Nice Landing. I think most everywhere, Wards is probably a mud hole, even though the water's dropped out of there. Calusa, by this weekend, you probably should be able to get out, maybe try a little sturgeon fishing out there. And the Feather River still, it's still up, still dirty. It's not nearly as bad as the Sacramento River, though. It's just a little too dirty for minnow fishing. It's dropping now. It's dropping pretty good. It's going to start leveling out, I think, tomorrow. And I think by next week, if it levels out and stays the way it is, I think it'll clear up enough we can start minnow fishing. And them stripers are always the same way, there's no fish, can't find no fish, and then river muds up, and then when it clears up, they're just all of a sudden here. So look for that next week. I think we'll start some striper fishing. I may even pull off my top and start some striper fishing myself. Now the lakes, Lake Berryessa, I see Nate Kelch was up there. He said it was still just a little dirty. He said he couldn't quite see his prop, which is usually what I go by. So I totally agree with him. The lake is coming up, man. That water is rising up on that pipe. So it's going to be good up there this year. I also got my paperwork, so I can start filling it out for Stampede. Hopefully I'll get those permits, and I'll be spending most all summer up there. Now Bullard's Bar, it's starting to come on. We got a derby coming on April 1st. Kokanee Power is doing a derby there. If you guys want to get in on that, you can go on their website, get the information. But it's starting around Schoolhouse and by the mouth of the Yuba, around that area. It's starting to pick up. So I think by next week too, or even this weekend, the fishing should be pretty good up there. Be back to normal Bullard's Bar limits kind of fishing. Collins Lake, it's still muddy, I'm sure. Party is probably still a little rough, for trollers. Bankers would do good in both places, but the troller is not so good. Also, don't forget about my seminar a week from today, next Thursday, the 30th, 6 o'clock down at Fisherman's Warehouse. I'll be doing my third and final seminar down there. So be sure and come and see that. Mostly going to focus on minnow fishing, using live minnows for stripers in the river. Also, I'm going to cover some fly rod stuff and show some of the flies that I tie, the clouser flies that I tie, and talk about swim baits, the black rubber worms a little bit, most of that stuff. So be sure and come to that one. It's like I said, it's probably going to be my last. But the stripers, that's what I'm after. I'm planning on doing a lot of striper fishing this year. Minnow fishing, maybe doing some lure fishing, maybe a little fly rod fishing. Thinking about doing it all. But you guys need to call, get on my books, and we'll go out and get some fish and have some good fishing.